So we have this router class implemented in a previous episode with dispatch method, and we have this list of routes with callback functions for every route we match in our invoice management system application. However, it's not going to be manageable because if we would like to add some content or a new route, we would need to modify this router, and it's not a good practice. And it does not allow us to say that we follow single responsibility principle where a class or a method should be modified only in case of fixing a bug. But in our case, we would be in a situation where we would need to implement a feature. All features has to be implemented in a way that it allows to add new classes, new interfaces, rather than modifying existing classes. So in order to prepare our router for action controllers, and this is a topic of our today's episode, we are going to slightly change this implementation of a dispatch method and introduce action controller PHP classes that are going to be responsible for handling different routes. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe to this channel and comment below this video "I subscribed," so I will get back to you with some emoji. So first of all, I would like to create a new interface for router that is going to provide additional method called get, and we will also add dispatch method into our router interface. Two methods we're going to add is first of all is get, and second one is dispatch, the one we already have. However, for dispatch I would like to add an argument request interface. This is a request in class that we have, however we don't have interface, we're going to create it shortly. And return type of a dispatch method is action interface. As we can see, we don't have both of these interfaces. Let's go ahead and create a request interface and action interface. So for the action interface, I will create a new directory called controller, and inside we will add action interface that is going to be used for all our action controllers we are going to create in this application. And this is going to be a namespace invoice controller. Let's go back to router and let's import a class or interface. I created router interface because of two reasons. First of all, we are going to create another class that will provide a list of routes and will be responsible for configuring a router. And second of all, it's a good practice to use interfaces rather than PHP classes. This is something we will start introducing in our application. Also for get method, I need to provide a string pass as a first argument and handler or callable as a second argument. So let's go back to our router and modify class. And so instead of router PHP class, we're going to use router interface, and we're going to return action interface as a result of dispatch method. And we also need to implement get method that we will be using as a public method that will set HTTP GET routes for our router. Let's also add a type for handler, or let's even call it not a handler but callback. It doesn't matter how we call it, it's callable or a PHP class that we're going to use in order to dispatch our pass. And let's modify this one. For the get method implementation, we would need to add a constant, and this constant is going to be HTTP GET. It's a key that we're going to use for our routes. Also, let's add construct method that will introduce array of routes that we will be pre-populating with the help of get method. And here we need to use two keys. First one is, since we're inside get method, we're going to set first key as get, so we will be processing HTTP GET request, And second one is a path, a callback function or a action controller will be responsible for executing and processing this path once it's dispatched in our routes dispatch method. Let me get rid of this implementation. And since we introduced getKey, we would need to know method from a request. And for this, we're going to introduce a new method called getMethod. So let's just go back to our request interface and add two methods. First one is getPass that we already use, and second one is getMethod, also string. Having these two variables, we can check whether we have a route by providing a method and a path from the incoming request. If we don't have a match, that could happen in case of 404, let's just throw an exception. And this is a generic exception. It's not recommended to use generic exceptions, but as a matter of our quick implementation of a dispatch method, we will be using this generic exception class. Later we can refactor to a more specific one, something like HTTP not found exception. And if we do have a callback, we need to return an instance of action interface. Let's go ahead and create new instance of this callback. Alright, we have to get back to request implementation and add request interface and the second method called getMethod. Implementation of this getMethod is going to be the following. We are going to return a request method value from a server global array. So we have this public method called get, and we don't have a list of routes that basically we just removed from dispatch method, and we need to have a place or a PHP class that is going to be responsible for calling this get method of a router and setting up get pass that we're going to process with the help of our action controllers. But before doing this, let's go ahead into action interface and let's add invoke method. It's magic method that we're going to use in order to trigger it from our application class. And let's implement action controller called dashboard controller that should implement action interface, and this method invoke that will be triggered once we will find a path. And let's write dashboard page. And we need two of such action controllers, one for invoices, but let's rename it invoices list page, and another one for settings controller, settings page. Let's rename it. So we have three action controllers, one action interface. We need a place that we'll be using in order to configure our routes. So let's go ahead and create such place. I'm going to call it a new PHP class routes list, and we're going to have a method called configure. And here as an argument we're going to use router interface. That was the reason why I created router interface. And we're going to return nothing. And let's go ahead and configure our router with the help of getMethod. So we will use getMethod, and we have to provide path and callback. So for forward slash, as we remember, we have a dashboard or a home page. So we are going to use a name of a class called dashboard controller that we expect to trigger once we would like to see dashboard content. Same for invoices and settings. We need to provide a controller. Invoices and settings. So something like this. And we have a separate place that is responsible for configuring our router. Going forward, we can move this path and name of a callback or name of our action controller to a separate config.php file that will represent an associative array, and we will be using that configuration in order to load this configuration and provide it as a dependency to our routes list class. As of now, we are just going to use this configure method and hardcode our list of paths that we would like to process. And in an app run method, let's go ahead and instantiate routes list, and routes list let's call configure router. And also, since we expect to return an instance of action interface in all cases without an exception would be actually an exception in case of 404 page not found, we can go ahead and remove this if condition. In a browser, let's refresh a page, and as a result we can see that we inside controller, invoices controller, and if we will modify this content, we can see that we see this content. So basically, and if we will change to a settings path, we see that it renders from a settings controller, and this is how we can start using action controllers. And these action controllers will allow us to introduce a template engine that we are going to discuss in the upcoming videos, and in a separate PHP class we can implement a logic that is responsible for handling a particular request. In our case, it's HTTP GET request for rendering 3 different pages. In a similar way, we can implement HTTP POST request. However, this is something we're going to discuss in the upcoming tutorials. As of now, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.